Affordability in Santa Rosa has been a question that a lot of people wonder, what can I get for $600,000? Here we are at some new townhomes being built up off of the Fountain Grove area, and their starting price is $600,000. You can see they have the 2-car garage and they're built up over the garage. But there's also homes that you can purchase for $600,000, standalone homes. They're going to be an older home, a smaller home, but in different neighborhoods also. As far as other homes and apartments, there are plenty of apartments going in as well because people just can't afford the condos, the homes here. And so apartments are rising up on all different corners downtown, and what would have been pastures are now turning into apartment buildings. So we're really seeing a growth here, but a lot of people are multi-generational living because they just can't afford it on their own. Or people are buying the home, but then they can't afford to continue living by themselves, and so are opening up their homes and renting out rooms. To get a room, just the bedroom rented in a home could cost you up around anywhere from $1,100 to $1,800 a month. A lot of times with the rental market, it can be tough because people are wanting to see, 3 times the rent, income 3 times the rent. Or if you need a cosigner, I've heard as much as 4 times because they want to make sure the cosigner can afford their mortgage or rent plus yours if needs be. And so it just really becomes a mix-up of how do I afford here if we want to be here. So Santa Rosa is made up of all different neighborhoods as well. Newer homes, older homes, homes in the downtown area or Montgomery Village is a great example of homes. They were built in the 1950s, kind of when Santa Rosa was being established. And then there's a great shopping center there nearby. So a lot of people like to downsize and come live closer to Montgomery Village because they can do their shopping there and walk or roll or just really get around quickly. And we also have areas like this up in Fountain Grove where they do have Medtronics and other businesses here that are close by, and either Kaiser Hospital is nearby, Sutter Hospital. We just arrived in Fountain Grove neighborhood. This is where a lot of the homes burned down during the big fires 2017 through 20, and a lot of them have been rebuilt. So some are brand new, and there's also ones that are maybe 2 to 4 years old. Right over here is the valley where the fire came through and really came up and over this mountain hill. Once again, that's driven up prices for homes and affordability, and also a big factor is the insurance. Now a lot of the area is considered a high fire zone, which in the past has not been that. And so when looking at a home, you really want to get information about how much insurance is, if you can find insurance, or if you have to go to the California Fair Plan. Insurance, as far as affordability, a lot of times the insurance companies either will do it or they will not. It's not a matter of affordability or cost. It's about whether or not they will insure the area that you're looking. So that's definitely on the top of the list to check into when you find a home. And if you're asking yourself, what is a California Fair Plan and why do I care if I can get it or not? That is when California was losing a lot of the insurance companies because of the loss that they took during the fires. They pulled out, and so homeowners were stuck with no insurance and just wondering what to do. So California state stepped in and came up with a California Fair Plan. Well, they'll cover the insurance, the fire insurance only. So typically you're getting fire insurance from California Fair Plan, and then all other perils like flooding or house fires would be covered under California Fair Plan. But like flooding or other things, like that's all different as well. Here we're inside Safeway, one of the local grocery stores. Just checking out kind of the basics of what you can get here and for pricing. So here we are with ice cream. Some of it can be as much as $8 for a container. If you looked at milk, it's $10 a gallon from a local dairy. So that gives you the freshness, but you pay for that. And we've got cheeses and eggs at almost $14, but $18. I guess I should have kept my chickens, but here we go. We've also got Brents and all kinds of different things here. Prices vary, and priced other states, you'll have to compare to see the difference, but you definitely will see a higher price here. Here we're at a local gas station in Santa Rosa to give you an idea of what the cost of gas is here locally. And as you can see, it's a lot higher than the national average that you might see other places. Let's figure out how much half a tank of gas costs for me. Let's figure out what the cost is going to be today for just filling up my tank. I'm going to pick regular, and here we go. Now, I used to have an Expedition, but when gas prices went up to $6 a gallon, my tank was costing me like $200. Just couldn't bear to pay that much. And we're already at $10 just for this much. Luckily, I got a hybrid this last couple years, and it's been amazing. But things may change because they're looking at not getting as much sales tax on the gas tax that we have with all the hybrids and electric cars. So stay tuned for that. Let's see where that goes. We're up to $30 already. I hope my tank is almost full. 7.5 gallons and still going. I thought I was only half empty. Gas prices fluctuate, and summertime can be one of the most expensive times, especially during holiday weekends. So watch when 4th of July comes. You're gonna see the prices skyrocket. There we go. Over $50. $51.33 for 10 gallons. So, is California affordable? Is Santa Rosa affordable? You'll have to decide.